tourists to the Northern Peace region are amazed by its rich history. First Nations people have inhabited the Northern Peace region for 7,000 years. Today, they dance in peace at their annual powwow, but 300 years ago, the Beaver and Cree nations weren't getting along. Finally, after many years of rivalry, elders decided too much energy was being wasted, and a peace treaty was made at Peace Point. From that point forward, this became known as the Peace River. Fur trader and explorer Sir Alexander Mackenzie became the first white man to arrive here back in 1793. The luxurious furs from this area were in hot demand in England. Presses like this readied the furs for transport.
The trappers would have brought the furs in, and they would have laid them into this area here with the press up, and then somebody would get on top and work that down so that it would press it and compress it into bales. These canoes would have to have as many furs as possible because it was an arduous task to go all the way across Canada again, back to Montreal, put those bales then on the ships that go to England, and then in England, of course, then the famous beaver hats were made.
The bales were heavy and presented a challenge when it came time to portage.
90 pounds would have to be carried by each man, sometimes several times.
They were tougher than we were, weren't they?
Oh, they were very tough, yes. But there were women with them as well. We mustn't forget that.
Speaking of tough women, meet the captain of a York boat expedition down the Peace River. In the 1820s, canoes started giving way to York boats for transporting furs. This group is reenacting one of those journeys.
The first nickname I got was Captain Overboard, and that's because my hat went overboard one day while I was just after I finished washing it, and I didn't want to lose my hat. So I ran to the other end of the boat and I reached over and I grabbed it, but I had a little too much speed and I went over. I just went right on over. Then, for some reason, they decided to start calling me Captain Underpants because I seemed to be the only one washing my underpants, and I had them flagging in the wind, drying on the boat.
They were getting in the way of Tim, who was rowing up the front, and so we coined the phrase Captain Underpants.
The calmness of the Peace River makes it perfect for Captain Underpants and her crew, or for any family looking for a boat or canoe adventure. You never know what you might see.
Saw a moose cow and calf along the river. We saw a bear cow with a little golden cub yesterday.
The great outdoors. That pretty much describes the Northern Peace region.
Cheers.
Hunting, fishing, and abundant wildlife. It's easy to get away from the hustle and bustle here.
I had a personal encounter with that pine martin right in the front window. We saw it at our bird feeder, and it came right up to the window and pressed its nose against my son's nose. You know, the wildlife is all around us here, and it's a tremendous resource because, you know, to see creatures like that and acting naturally and not in a zoo around you is just so rich that, yeah, they go right into the paintings. You know, my favorite birds are the Bohemian waxwings, and they come around to the trees that we planted. And many people ranch buffalo around here, so got interested in those great creatures.
There's lots to see and do here. Please excuse us if we're not that serious about our golf game. We're more about having fun and making new friends than making the PGA Tour.
All right, you guys ready?
Looking to do something completely different and get some exercise at the same time? How about shooting at each other with paint?
The mix will range from your hardcore paintball fanatic, which plays speedball, right down to women for a stagette. You know, having fun, cutting loose.
There's so much to explore in the Northern Peace region. Come discover why the legendary Henry Davis was known as 12-foot Davis. No, he wasn't 12 feet tall. And find out what led to the demise of the D.A. Thomas Sternwheeler, the grand old lady of the peace. And if you can, be here for the powwow. It's one of the best in Western Canada, and it's free to attend. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, nature's playground doesn't get any better than the Northern Peace. Winter activities include snowmobiling, as well as cross-country and downhill skiing. In spring, summer, and fall, visitors enjoy boating, canoeing, camping, fishing, hunting, and quadding. The Northern Peace is known around the globe for its pristine beauty and abundant wildlife.
Well, there's a beaver legend that says, you drink the water of the Peace and you will return.
The Northern Peace region. We've got it all.